Hello and welcome back. My name is Maddie, or Books with Maddie, and today I'm doing kind of like a reading check-in. Not really like a quarterly update because I don't have enough information to provide. I'm not going to go through all the books, but just like kind of what I'm currently reading, what I'm planning on reading, some of my favorites that I read this year, things like that. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do, you should like this video. I'm gonna start off with what I am currently reading. So I don't have those books because I'm not prepared. Be right back. Okay, I have the books that I'm currently reading. First, I'm reading Good Morning Midnight by I don't know how to say her name, and I should have looked it up, but I didn't. Rhys? I know she's a famous author, and I didn't look up how to say her name. I'm reading Good Morning Midnight. This is for my women in literature class. I'm actually really enjoying it. The beginning was a little bit rough to understand what was happening, but ever since I've gotten further into the book, I've begun to love it, and there are some really great quotes in here. I really like this book, actually. I'm about halfway through, a little more than halfway through. I'm hoping to finish it in the next 2 days because it's not too long, and I have to finish it for class. Next, I'm reading A Good Man is Hard to Find and Other Short Stories by Flannery O'Connor. Wow, the lighting is terrible. This is also for my women literature class. I'm not reading all of the short stories for the class. I will eventually read all of them because I love them. But so far we've only read A Good Man is Hard to Find, The River, and Good Country People. I haven't read that one yet. So far I'm really loving these stories. And I'm really excited to get into some of the other ones which I've heard really good things about, but we aren't reading in class, but I'm still excited to read them later in my life. Next, I am reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, the first book in the Harry Potter. I don't know why I'm explaining that. I'm reading this because there was a bookstagrammer who started a Harry Potter quarantine read-along, and I can't remember who it was. I read this back in middle school, and so reading it again is extremely nostalgic. I teared up a little bit rereading it because it just brings me back to so many memories of middle school and having no friends. I wasn't crying, I wasn't tearing up because I didn't have any friends. I was just tearing up because I didn't realize how much nostalgia it carried until I started rereading it. And then I'm also going to be rereading the second one in the next couple days, actually, because I'm a little behind. I need to read this quickly. I've been pretty busy with school, transferring online and everything, so I haven't had a ton of time to read. So I am a little bit behind on everything in my life. The next book that why am I reading so many things at once? Beats me. The Nightingale by Kristin. I have heard so many good things about this book, and yet I haven't read it yet. I found it at a thrift store, at a used bookstore for $5, and so I picked it up, and I was supposed to be buddy reading it, and neither of us can really seem to get into it. I'm really not far at all. I'm on page 47, but I think it's gonna be really sad. I don't know too much about it, actually, just that everybody loves it, but I don't know if I can handle this sad of a book in my life right now. Nothing really sad has happened yet besides the war is happening, and that's really sad. Oh wait, my gosh, sad stuff has happened. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, this book is gonna wreck my life, I can already tell, but I'm here for it. Okay, another book that I'm reading currently is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I'm reading it for a book club that me and my friend are doing. We're going on and off picking every other book, and she picked Heartless by Marissa Meyer, which is amazing because I've never read anything by Marissa Meyer, even the Crest series, which I've been wanting to read forever. Crest? Is that what it's called? No, Cinder. Alright. I need rest. I need sleep. Anyway. So, I'm in the middle-ish of that. I'm reading an ebook, so I'm not exactly sure what page I'm on. I'm on chapter 25 or 26. And I'm really loving it so far. It's really cute. I'm pretty sure it's gonna have a sad ending, which I'm not prepared for, but it is what it is. And yeah, so I'm super excited to continue reading that. I'm gonna talk about some of my favorites that I've already read this year. Okay, starting off, I'm not going to do these in any particular order. I'm just going to turn around and pick the first one I see that I liked that I read this year. I can't find a book I read. Okay. Daisy Jones and the Six. I read it in January, I believe, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. It was worth the hype. I know it's kind of controversial, but I loved it. I love historical fiction. I love anything Taylor Jenkins read. Anything. I love everything Taylor Jenkins writes. Taylor Jenkins writes. I love all of her work. I loved The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I love Daisy Jones the Sixth. I'm excited to read more of her work in the future, and you should read this book and also The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and also everything she ever writes because she's an amazing author and her books bring me to tears. Okay, next is The Grace Year by Kim Liggett. Actually, did I say her name right? Kim Liggett? Yeah. I said that with so much confidence I second guessed myself. I read this in end of February, beginning of March. I was like in a slump while I was reading it, and so it took me a really long time to get through actually, but listening to the audiobook really helped. I didn't actually give this book 5 stars. I believe I gave it either 3 or 4. I think I actually upped it to 4 because although the beginning was kind of slow for me, and there was something about it that just kind of threw me off at the beginning and I wasn't super into it, but once I finished it, I could not stop thinking about it. Like, for weeks after, I was still thinking about it. I was like, a book that sticks in my head for this long deserves to be more than 3 stars. Like, there was like, I don't know if it has this in the back of all of the books, or, give me one moment. Okay, somewhere in the book it says, like, her reason for writing the book. Yes, okay. So at the beginning of the book, and I believe this is only in the Target exclusive editions, it talked about why she wrote the book, and it like really moved me, and I thought that it was incredible. It's a beautiful cover also, which is just like bonus, but although there were certain things that I think could have been done better, overall I thought it was a really great book, carried a really great message, and I really loved it. Okay, another thing I read this year was Ruin and Rising. I actually read the whole trilogy, but I'm specifically highlighting, God, I don't have coronavirus. I'm specifically highlighting Ruin and Rising because I thought this book was incredible. I didn't love the rest of the series. I gave Shadow and Bone 4 stars, like a generous 4 stars, and Siege and Storm 2 stars. I had major problems with that book, but Ruin and Rising I gave 5 stars because it was amazing. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was as good as Six of Crows. But, like, I don't hear anybody ever talking about this series. Like, I hear people talking about it, but, like, not as much as, like, the Six of Crows duology. But I thought this was equal to Six of Crows. Not as good as Crooked Kingdom. But, like, the ending of this brought me to my knees. That's dramatic. But it did. I was on the floor, not being dramatic, by the time I finished this book. I'm just saying. Okay, I thought of another one. Next, Hunting Prince Dracula by Kerri Maniscalco. I'm going to say that I said that right, and I'm going to be really proud of myself. Did you hear that pronunciation? I might have not said it right. It's very possible. But it sounded like I knew what I was talking about, so I'm going with it. I love this series. This series is so precious. It is so dear to me. I read Stalking Jack the Ripper last year. I don't know, man. And it took me forever to get Hunting Prince Dracula because the hardcovers are kind of expensive, but they're so pretty. So I just waited and I asked for it for Christmas, and I received it for Christmas. And then I read it in like February, maybe January, I don't remember. And I loved it so much. I gave it 5 stars. The ending of this book, oh my gosh, it was so precious. And then I found Escaping from Houdini on Book Outlet, and I got it. I haven't read it yet, but this is one of those series that I'm like taking my time with. I'm not reading them back to back because I wanna like savor them because they're so good. You never see historical fiction series. And something that's really unique about this book series is that it's a historical fiction series, which is so rare. I have another one. Okay, this is the last one. Okay, so Gone Girl by Gillian is my last honorable mention. I have had this book on my TBR forever and ever, and I don't really like thrillers. I've tried and I just can't really get into them, but this one, oh my gosh, I give it 5 stars. I would have given it 6 if I could. I thought it was every moment of it was amazing. Not every moment. There were actually some things that I was like about, but like the ending was so good, and like the end half of it was so good that I could not give it 5 stars, because the amount of effort that must have been put into writing this book, I can't even imagine being smart enough to write something this good. I could never. I mean, it's just incredible. And if you haven't read this yet, which I feel like everybody has, but if you haven't, you really, really, really should. Even if you don't like thrillers, it's an amazing book. I could not put it down. Okay, final section in this video, I'm gonna do books that I want to read before the end of the year. So more to be read books for the rest of the year. And I'm just gonna do books on my shelf because there's obviously a lot. But I'm just gonna do the ones that I actually own. First and foremost, The Cruel Prince. This series is like huge on everywhere, and I really want to get into it. I'm kind of waiting, it seems like right up my alley, and so I'm kind of waiting to get the full series before I read it. I actually just ordered The Wicked King, so I hopefully will get to it pretty soon. I don't think the paperback of Queen of Nothing is out yet, so I might have to wait on that for a while, and I might just get it from the library until I can get it in paperback, because I don't like having mismatched. Like, I don't want 2 paperbacks and then a hardcover, although it might happen, we don't know. Okay, another book that I really want to get to is Fountains of Silence by Ruta Sepetys. I have never read a Ruta Sepetys, and I know that I can't say that I love historical fiction and have not read a Ruta Sepetys. I also have Salt to the Sea, but I have not read it either because I feel like it's going to be sad, and I'm scared. I don't know that it's sad. I don't know if that I've ever heard it. I've just heard that it's really good, but it seems sad. Anyway, Fountains of Silence came out last year, I believe, and I've heard only good things about it, like literally only good things. And I believe there's like a bit of a romance in it, and like that's where it's at, folks. I got this at the thrift store, which I was really surprised because it's really popular and it is pretty new. Also, I believe it's an ARC, which is super weird, but okay. Another book is The Goldfinch by Donna Tart. Also got this at a bookstore for like $6. Not a bookstore, a used bookstore for like $6. I've heard amazing things about all of her books. It's huge. This is a pretty thick book. So I am very intimidated to get into it, but I hope to get to it soon. So yeah. Okay, the last book I'm going to go with, I actually don't have a physical copy of, but it is currently on its way to me. I think it's coming on Sunday. Today's Friday, so it's coming soon, so I'm going to count it. And it is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. I love Leigh Bardugo ever since I read, when I read the Six of Crows duology last year, I really loved her. And then when I read the Shadow and Bone trilogy, I loved her even more because of Rune and Rising. And so I ordered it, and it is on its way to me, and I'm really excited to get into that and read it, and I hope it's amazing. That is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe. My bookstagram, if you'd like to follow, is at bookswithmaddi, and that's Maddie with no Y or E, so Maddi, bookswithmaddi. So give me a follow over there. I hope you guys have a great day and a great week and a great life. I will see you soon. Hello and welcome back. My name is I read this in January. Yes, I read this in January. Does it matter? And like, you never see everything is falling apart. Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. I just read this. I forgot. I'm currently reading another book, but a bird just flew by. Okay, that is it for today. And if you liked the video, please forget to give it a is at Maddie books are falling.